Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Little Cup with a lot of action with PANSEAR as our closer. With this team I reached fairly fast veteran, so I really recommend it to you. I did back-to-back for once and this line was the best one that I could use at a certain time, and I believe it's gonna help you a lot as well if you have a PANSEAR on your roster. If you don't have one, well, we just had an event about PANSEARs and its other brothers all around the wild, so you might have one already built up for your roster. So we have here the Selmet coming in, and good news about my Pokemon is that it's gonna do an insanely amount of damage with the Dragobirds. However, we're fairly glassy and we're gonna take a lot of damage from those super effective fast attacks. However, now we can go in with our PANSEAR. We have the upper hand definitely against the Bronzor as well, and that's why this team is gonna work pretty nicely around PANSEAR. You got two Pokemon that can absolutely take the shields out of the enemy, while PANSEAR can go up at the end with your flame charges, with your crunches up against the Bronzor, and of course destroy them down with ease. Right now, with that boost that we have on the attack, look at how much damage we do with those fire spins, so they're kinda obliged in using their moves, and of course now we can farm down with Dino. Pretty solid victory to start off the video. We're gonna proceed now into the next one with a Hooper, which is a very spammy and safe pick overall. However, if we can block once, I believe we can win this battle. So I'm just gonna take the second because I know it's still not gonna knock out our Pokemon, and I'm just gonna keep pressuring here for my own body slam. This time, if they take it, this is gonna be fatal, so they cannot tank one move while we can, and they have at the back the Alolan Sansryu. This is horrible news for them because we have a PANSEAR on our line. We have now here the Stanky, which is gonna do tremendous amount of work with its move, but to be honest, I'm not sure if I want to take this crunch because I still need that shield out of play if I want to have any chance at all with my PANSEAR for the end game. So here comes the PANSEAR, and they have now of course the Sansryu, which takes immense amount of damage from my fire spins, double super effective to a Shadow Glassimon. Look at that, able to completely farm down, and we're gonna get this victory. Dino against Dino, this is kinda weird, I know, but still this kind of an IV thing, so it seems like we have the upper hand here. They throw their move and I'm just gonna block it, so I have that energy for the end game. However, they snipe me down here with the Cotonie, and that was a bad move by my part. Should have switched out to my Bronzor, which is the safe switch by the way of my team, and right now I'm gonna bring out the PANSEAR since I cannot switch out right on time, and they farmed me down with that charm. They have at the back a Bronzor as well, so here is where PANSEAR is really good at the end game. It can simply destroy down their own backline, and most people are not gonna expect that Pokemon at all. So Payback now is gonna do a lot of damage to my Bronzor, but we also have one Payback back at them, and we both run Tackle, which means that they have the energy advantage at this point only because of them being able to do a lot of tackles up against my PANSEAR, but it doesn't matter. It seems like we can still farm down, so down they go, and now we can reach to the Psyshock for big damage on their last Pokemon, which is the Cotonie, and after that PANSEAR will just close this battle. So this team brought me to veteran. As you can see, the battles are not that easy. We have a lot of close ones, and yeah, a lot of good trainers are still on veteran, so that's the reason why. Sansryu now with the Night Slash. Horrible news for my Dino up on the lead, especially with the Powder Snow, so we have to switch out to the Bronzor, and of course even against Bronzor, Sansryu is gonna do super effective damage with those Night Slashes. I believe they saw that they took no boost at all, so that's why they switch out to the Seal, and to be honest, it's a very wise move because now they can easily farm me down and beat our Bronzor out of existence. So now my Dino can go in. I believe I can tank one Icy Wind, so that's why I'm gonna take it. Down they go in the process. Now I'm gonna switch out immediately to the PANSEAR, and they have at the back the Vulpix, so things aren't looking that well for me, but still perhaps we can have a chance here with Dino on the end game. Let's see how this is gonna unfold, because it is gonna take a while here. Fire type against fire type, but we are two completely different fire types, because we are the PANSEAR, which is nowhere to be found in the meta, and that's why I believe this Pokemon is gonna help you even more than Vulpix. People are not gonna expect PANSEAR at all, and unlike Vulpix, it doesn't have Body Slam but it has Crunch, which can come in handy on some other situations. As you can see here, we're gonna go down to that Alola Sunstream, so we had no chance at all there. They resist our dragon moves, we take super effective from those powder snows, we are extremely glassy, so we cannot handle the moves at all. Anyways, GG to my opponent. Now let's move forward into the next one with another Dino, and we managed to catch the Body Slam on our Bronzor. They were switch locked in there, I believe. Vulpix returns to the fight, and as it seems, they have Ember on their Vulpix, which is not great for my Bronzor, but still they have to fire off a move if they want to have any chance at all on this battle. I'm just gonna block here because I know I can pressure for that second shield, and as I can see here, no, we cannot go for a third, right? No. Anyways, they took it, yeah, no shield on their part, my bad there, and now we can finish them off with a flame charge from the PANSEAR to the stun kill. Let's get that sweet victory, winner winner chicken dinner, with our poop face into this battle. The closing scenario is always amazing with PANSEAR on your teams. So still here, pretty interesting lead after those leaks which are not very effective, are still gonna put us at a point that an Icy Wind can hurt us a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to catch the second Icy Wind on my Bronzor if that is gonna be the case. However, first I have to reach to the Crunch. They are not gonna block, which is interesting, so down they go in the one shield scenario. So I will take this, no catch from my part on the Bronzor, but still I want to preserve my Dino for the end game. They end up having the Vulpix at the back, so that's not great for my Bronzor, but still we can pressure still a lot with those Psyshocks, while we can tank two of those Weather Balls, which is crazy. They have to commit to the farm down, I believe, so I can reach to the last one. That's just gonna go for the Great. They are gonna go down, they have no shields at all, so it's all up to my last two Pokemon to finish off this Ducklet. However, we got a Fire type which can tank one Bubble Beam. I believe we have to block the second here, yeah, and then switch out to clear the debuff after we reach to a Crunch. So at this point, I know they have to throw, otherwise we're gonna reach to a Body Slam. So down we go to the Bubble Beam, but here comes now our Crunch to finish off the remaining HP out of that Ducklet, and with the combination of the Fire Spin, we're gonna reach there to that sweet victory. Into the next one now with a seal. Once again they decide to switch out. It is gonna be the Bronzor, and we have a very good matchup here as well. I don't mind about this one. Well, we reached the Great because the game FPS dropped for no reason, and now my poop face can absolutely go in and start doing some solid work with a crazy farm down on the Bronzor. However, I'm seeing that I cannot quite go for the farm down, but they end up using a shield, which is pretty fine by me, because I'm pretty sure that after this farm down that I now can achieve, I can simply reach to the Crunch for that seal, and with the boost we're gonna do a lot of damage on one of the bulkiest Pokemon of the Little Cup. Not that bulky as a Bronzor, not that bulky as a Wynot, but still kinda bulky for the rest of the picks of Little Cup. Able to get there now to another move, but it doesn't matter at all. We can still take it and try to completely farm down here, stalling a little bit more for the end game. They end up having a Dino, and you know what, even the payback, which is resisted, is gonna hurt a lot, but it seems like with the debuffs we do not have the upper hand at all. Let's get though to another payback. Is this gonna be enough to finish off? No, they are gonna block, but still now we have the upper hand with our own Dino, which can absolutely block here and complete the farm down and grab for us that win. And of course we're gonna fall now into the last one, trainer. So let's see what we got here with the Ducklet up on the lead. So the Dragon Breaths are gonna be the key element for our first victory against the Ducklet, but to be honest, the Body Slam has to be blocked if they want to go for the Bubble Beam. We end up catching a Brave Bird on that Bronzor, which is crazy, and now they are energy dry. I believe they have one wing attack worth of energy, but I'm not sure. Anyways, gonna reach to the payback after the Crunch on the Bronzor. Big play here by the Bad IV Bronzor with the Shiny as well for the flex, able to farm calm down now with my Dino, and I'm expecting the Diglett to return, to be honest, but they have a seal at the back. You know what? This is horrible for me, because you have two water type Pokemon and I have a PANSEAR, but they take the whole crunch on their faces with the seal, and now this unfortunately has to be an icy wind, but I am counting on it because we can take it while the bubble beams are gonna hurt even more than the icy wind. So great call here for my PANSEAR, and we can reach to the double crunch now to finish them off. So let's see if that is gonna happen. Bubble beam on the shield, and now the crunch for the victory against that Diglett. One for the shield, one for the knockout, and I believe this is gonna be all for this video. So let's see the veteran rank being achieved here with that final 4-1, and yeah, look at that, pretty wonderful with PANSEAR to reach that goal, and that's gonna be the end to an amazing video featuring PANSEAR as my closer. Thank you for watching, trainers. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and if you want to support even more, well, joining as a member can always help with that matter. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers!